Hey everybody, Anthony here, specialtymotorcars.net, and then right behind me I got the first one of the year for you, 1991 Cadillac Brougham, 5.7 liter, 77,000 mile car. First Brougham to be sold this year. I'm super excited to have it. Came in from one of my YouTube subscribers, a local YouTube subscriber sold me this car. Got a little backstory with this car, tell you what I did to this car. I was hoping to have this car ready for sale maybe a week or two ago. A few things that popped up held me up a little bit, but I think in the end it was well worth the time invested, and I think you're really going to enjoy this car. And I mentioned in a few of my sneak peeks that this one's going to be priced to sell. This one is going to be priced to sell. I haven't sold one in this price range in at least a year or more. Anyways, let's take a look at the 91 Cadillac Brougham. All right, here she is, 1991 Cadillac Brougham. This is a beautiful 77,000 mile example. And this would have been officially the last Brougham that I bought in 2021. And this is the first Brougham that's being offered in 2022. So this is going to be a good one, folks. Like I said, stay tuned to the end. Price is going to be in the end of the video. This is going to be one that I know is going to sell quick. So keep an eye out for the description. I'll change it when the car is sold. Take a look at my website. All the pictures is going to be there, along with all the information about this car as well. This is a 91 Brougham, 5.7 liter car. This car came from a local subscriber, like I said. He had bought this car over the summer from an unnamed dealer, I will say. And I'll have to be pretty, I don't want to sound petty, but I'm pretty upset, to be honest with you, because this dealer sells some older cars, and I guess it just shows you, or shows me, the pride that I take in my cars versus the pride that other dealers take. Now, there's no question that I take a lot longer to get cars ready for sale. Part of that is because I'm a 1.5 man operation. It's just Papa Bear and myself. But the second part of that is because I take so much pride in these cars. I'm not the type of dealer that'll buy them today and sell them tomorrow. I'm not going to just shuffle them out the door. I don't care how nice they are. Every one of them needs something. In this car's case, this car needed a few things. My customer still really wanted the car and bought the car. He actually even asked me if I thought it was a good deal. And without seeing the car, I thought it was a very fair deal. Later, obviously, seeing the car in person, I didn't think it was as fair of a deal, but I'll get into that a little later. Anyways, 77,000 mile car. My customer bought this car, really wanted to get a Brougham out of his system. He had ordered a brand new Chevy truck, and in the downtime before he got his new Chevy truck delivered, he really wanted to try one of these cars out just for the fun of it. So this was the car. Bought it from a dealership, like I said, out of Connecticut. And he only put a few hundred miles on it, just touring around town, local, stuff like that. And then his new truck came in and he said, I got to sell this car now, Anthony. So I bought the car from him, and I had to go through this car and do stuff that I would have thought any dealer would have done before they sold the car, especially in the price range that they sold it in. And I was kind of disappointed to see that, because it shows how much pride, like I said, I take in my cars. And I'm not trying to toot my own horn or pat myself on the back, we'll say, but it does reiterate to me that I do take pride in these cars, and I want that to be displayed. And I think it is displayed in my videos. Obviously, I know a lot about these Broughams. There's a lot of dealers out there, though, that will buy this car, do absolutely nothing to it, and put it up for sale. Simple things like emblems. You know, if a car is missing emblems, I see dealers all the time selling these things, missing, you know, the Brougham emblems, or, you know, having broken power antennas. I get it. The emblems are hard to find. Obviously, I'm fortunate. I have a lot of that stuff in-house. But if you're going to ask all the money for these cars, you have to make them as nice as you can. So, anyways, to go through and show you what I did to this car, I had the vinyl top completely re-dyed. All new emblems. On the outside here, you can see how beautiful and crisp the color is on the emblems. All new emblems on the roof, on the deck lid flipper, and the hood ornament. Those emblems alone are probably I don't know, retail for you to buy those, I would say maybe $500. You know, it's really hard to find this stuff now, but the color was faded out of all of them and it really needed them. Like I said, re-dyed the vinyl top, freshened that up. Put a set of wire hubcaps on this car. This car had base hubcaps, and I know that's not really something another dealer would do. I did it because I think the car looks better with them. But as far as mechanical stuff, within 100 miles of my customer buying this car, he had to put all brand new exhaust in it. It was literally falling off the car. And there's no way you can tell me that that just happened. I had to do new front brakes. They were junk. Front shocks were completely blown out and leaking. What else did I do to this car? Heater core was leaking as well. You know, this is stuff that doesn't happen overnight. And I know it's stuff that happens on older cars. But again, take some pride, take some initiative. I rebuilt the power antenna, replaced some trim. We'll show you all that. Anyways, let's get into the details about this car. So this car is a really nice driver car. Not a perfect example, but a very, very nice example. Paint on it shows well. There's some light scratches and haze to it, but there's a good gloss to it. The chrome is in really nice shape. You can see here stuff like this. Filler panels are replaced in the back. This should be silver. Somebody painted it white. I don't know how I missed that. You know, a couple little chip in the pinstripe there. I did have to put a different rear bumper strip on. The one that was on the car had a crack up here. I replaced that. Put some bulbs in it. Even like the license plate light bulb was burned out. You can see here it's got a little bit of a ripple effect right on this top chrome here, and this one's kind of damaged as well. Chances are something rubbed up against it. You know, not overly noticeable, but it's there. The silver is in nice shape, although it has had spots touched up. Paint is in nice shape. One thing I noticed, it might be hard to pick up in the camera, but you can see a couple little spots here. It's like something dripped on the car in this spot here. And I don't know, etched into the paint because I can't get it out. You can't really feel it, maybe a little bit, but it won't come out. At least with what I've tried. Hand-hook tires are pretty recent. I think the date code on these things, if I remember correctly, were 2017. So pretty recent tires. You know, it's got a couple little chips in the door here. Another one touched up there. And then on the top edge of this molding, you can see someone brush touch the silver a little bit. Again, common spot for this to start wearing off. Instead of painting the whole thing, someone just touched up the top edge. I will assume it was the selling dealer who sold them this car. But no rust around the door handles. You know, paint shows really well, nice and smooth. Does have the painted stripe over here. All the glass is in nice shape. And like I said, the top has been freshly re-dyed. The whole top had been done. It looks absolutely beautiful. The seams are in really nice shape. One of the reasons I had it re-dyed was there was a little discoloration around the back, but you can see here there's a spot. It's really hard to see. There was a spot here that had just a slight, I wouldn't even want to say a tear, but it was more of a scuff. And they made an attempt at repairing that as well. And really, if I didn't point it out, you probably wouldn't notice it. A little imperfection there. It's just a little tiny chip in the windshield. You can take a look here. One of the big things that I noticed with this car, again, it's minor stuff, but I'm pointing it out. You see the cracking in the window sweeps? This one is worse than this one, but this one up here, I've never seen one do this before. It has got some cracking in it as well. What else? Let me go around this side of the car here. A little bit of a chip top of the fender that was touched up. Side of the car is pretty straight. I had my PDR guy come in and take a couple little parking lot dings out of it. Again, another matching Optimo tire, and I put those wire caps on. A couple little minor marks on the corner of the bumper here. You know, stuff that was brush touched. The lenses are in really nice shape. The chrome is in really nice shape. The bumper ends show really well. Let's see here. There is slight, if you see it here, Very slight kind of weird discoloration in the paint. You kind of get up on, you can see just a few spots of it. Kind of odd. I've never really seen that before on these base clear cars. Come around the front here. You know me, folks, I might be nitpicking this car. And again, I know I am. I'm not might, I know I am. Because I like everybody to know what they're getting. Brand new hood ornament there. Nice chrome and colors. A few little spots on the header panel here. You can see a little, maybe an old sap mark. You know, a couple little, looks like a little bit of a stress crack there. Paint on the hood is in nice shape. Again, the chrome, the grille, everything is good. Good. Come up over that top again. Beautiful top on this car. The original top, it just had some kind of stains that were on this side here that wouldn't come out. So I elected to have a upholstery guy come and re-dye the top. And did a great job, and then I put the new emblems on. You can see the deck lid, pretty nice shape here as well. Minor little scratch right there. Again, very light scratches otherwise. Nothing crazy or abnormal. Let me get it turned around. I'm going to turn this car around and we'll show you the passenger side, and we'll get inside and show you under the hood and in the trunk. All right, and coming into the passenger side, you can see just as clean on this side as it is on the driver's side. Like I said, this is such a classic color combination for these Broughams. White with the silver trim, although I do like white with the white trim on the bottom. The first one that I had in high school that made me a first-time Brougham driver back in high school days was a white 90 Brougham. It had the white trim on the bottom, white top, and tan velour d'elegance interior. And I thought I was just the coolest kid in high school, even though I probably wasn't. And my car didn't have any helping in that. Anyways, you can see here, again, paint is nice and shiny. Very minor, you know, light scratches, but nice and smooth, nice and shiny. You can see the reflection off the hood here. It does have what I would have thought was an aftermarket power antenna, but when I took it out of the fender, it's actually a GM antenna. I think out of a newer GM, but fits in here nicely. It did not work, so I had to take it out and rebuild it. Rebuilt it, works perfectly. But you can see here, I think they call this an escutcheon, or whatever the fancy long E term is for this. Bezel, we'll call it, is a little different. Windshield's nice and clear over on this side. Now, minor polishing could be done on some of the outside stainless. It's a little cloudy in some spots, not horrible. Again, the top looking really nice. All the seams good. Come around the back here, and again, all new emblems, glass, chrome. One thing I did notice with the top, in the door jamb here, you can see just a little chip. I don't know how we didn't notice that before, but it actually feels like it might have been filled in with like glue or something, because that ain't moving. But you can't really see it when the door is closed. Just thought I'd point it out there. A little touch-up spot there. I think if I remember somewhere right here, there was a little bit of a divot or a ding in this panel. Trunk is in nice shape as well. Beautiful white paint. The filler panels on this car, okay, I shouldn't say the filler panels. The quarter filler panels are original. In really nice shape, still nice and soft and flexible. Couple spots of touched up paint. You know, the paint's starting to get a little thin on the top, but these are original fillers. On the back of this car on the quarters, those ones have been replaced. You know, nice shape again. A couple spots where it's just starting. Actually, that might be a crack or a scratch. I don't even know. It's flexing and it's not opening, so I think it's a scratch that was touched up. I did point that little guy out earlier. Minor scratching on the top of the bumper. It still shows really well, you know, but just a few little light scuffs and stuff like that. No rust or anything on the face of it. Like I said, I replaced this molding. with one of the used ones I have here. I have tons of stuff like that for occasions like this. 5.7 liter, it's got the Cadillac script, beautiful blue pinstripe. Apparently I missed some of the wax that I put on it over the stripe there. And like I said before, emblems all replaced. The old ones were so sun faded, it was crazy. It's crazy what something like that will do. This side of the car, I believe, has had some paint work. Two reasons I say that is you can see the pinstripe over here is taped on. The other side is painted. And you can see this emblem had been glued on at one point previously, obviously in the right spot, but I wasn't going to peel it off and risk taking paint off. But all the lower stainless and trim on this side is nice and clean. Again, 2017, really thick Hankook white wall tires. You know, paint shows really well. The door edge guards, they must have disassembled it because, you know, you can't see any real tape lines or anything like that on the door handle gaskets. All nice and clean down here. A couple little chips here and there. Again, stainless is nice. A little bit of a divot right there. You know, I think I'm being extra picky here. Again, I think they took the door apart to paint this. Has the door edge guard. It's got a chip right there that was touched up and a little one right there. They definitely didn't take this mirror off though, because you can see right there, just a little bit of paint overspray. Again, I'm being super picky with this car, but the price of this car, it's a great driver car. I'm not trying to make this thing sound like a shitbox, but most of my customers, 90% of them, are from out of state and never see these cars. They only see them through my videos, so I want you to know exactly what you're buying. Again, the window sweep's just starting to show a little bit of cracking. They do make these as reproduction sweeps. I have a friend on Instagram who sells them, complete set. Again, I go far with these cars, like the emblems and stuff like that, having the top redone, you know, but at some point you gotta say, that's enough. You know, but I'm okay doing that and saying it. You know, there's some things I can do. There's some things I just can't do to every car to make them brand new. And to keep this in a nice price point, I have to pick and choose stuff that I'm going to do and not do. Again, a little bit of a sap mark there. I think I pointed that out earlier. Chrome is nice on the front end. The bumper, no dings or anything like that. Looks like just a minor, I don't know if, yeah, a little bit of just a tiny crack right there. A couple little scuffs on the edge. You know, the lens is in nice shape. The chrome is in nice shape. A little bit of wear on the paint on the headlight monitor. I'm being super picky here, folks. I'm sorry. Another wire cap, Hankook white wall tire. Now, the car shows really, really well. It's a nice driver car. And something nice that you can get in, drive, enjoy, love, and not spend a ton of money. This car is under $15,000. And I'm not saying under 15 like it's $14,999 and 99 cents. I'm saying under 15. So wait till the end, you'll see the price. Let's take a look inside the car. And then, like I said, we'll pop that trunk and open the hood, start her up, and show you what I got with her. All right, now let's take a look inside this beautiful 91 Brougham. Now, as you can see, it's got a very classic color combination for Cadillac, especially during its time. White with a navy blue interior. Absolutely timeless, if you ask me. One of my favorite color combinations, actually my 90 Brougham, is in the same color combination, Cotillion white with the blue leather interior. Now you can see here, really nice shape, very clean inside. One thing I did notice, now you pointed out, you probably wouldn't notice if I didn't point it out, is this armrest has been recovered. How do I know that? If you look right there, you can see right there, they covered it. They did a really nice job. Like, you don't notice it. And I didn't even notice it until, like, I was signing papers with the guy. Not that it was a big deal, but you can see they put a piece of vinyl in, kind of reinforced it a little bit. That's pretty solid there. Actually, probably will last longer than the original. A little bit of a crack right there on the wood trim. It's super solid. It's not loose or broken or anything. Seat belts are in nice shape. All the door jambs show really well. Come down the bottom here. No rust or anything on this car. Car lived in New Jersey most of its life before it was sold up in Connecticut, and now it's up here in New Hampshire. You can see how nice that leather seat is. It's like a navy blue, common color, but timeless if you ask me. White and blue combination. Leather wrap steering wheel. It's got the 60/40 split bench seat. Both power seat functions work perfectly. Another thing that I did to this car was the seat recliners. Very common for them to get stuck up. Both of them working perfectly. I disassembled the seats. Well, what disassembly you have to do to get those fixed as well. Again, not tooting myself, tooting my own horn or whatever, or patting myself on the back, but you know, just another difference that when you buy from someone like me who really appreciates these cars, I'm not just a used car dealer, I'm also a Cadillac collector. I know a lot about these cars. Very itty bitty tiny spot of rust just coming through. I know these cars well enough that I can fix them myself. Another little thing, the headliner had been replaced before I got the car, and whoever did it broke all the clips on this back window trim. I have them in stock. I was able to fix that up nice and tight and make it look just as it was supposed to. Back seat is in really nice shape. Leather is nice and soft throughout the whole car. Carpeting shows really well. Also, it's a really nice example of this Brougham. I love these door lock knobs with a little Cadillac crest on it. All the carpeting is in really nice shape. And like I said, this car is just a really nice driver. It's something that you can get in at an affordable price, drive it, enjoy it. Let's take a look at the passenger side. Coming in on the passenger side, open up that back door. I love these beautiful, beautiful doors with this lush, fake plastic wood and the beautiful Brougham script on there. Again, inside the jamb here, you can see it is nice and clean. You know, really presentable. Now, this car was a New Jersey car, but it is no rust bucket. All the trim in the back window, like I said, all fixed up. Beautiful leather interior. Carpeting is in really nice shape as well. The backs of the seats. Open this door. Show you inside this jamb. Nice and clean. You know, really, really presentable inside all these jams here. Very minor corrosion on like the Brougham emblem. Nothing too crazy. You have your seat switches, like I said, the recliner. I fixed both of those. No cracks in the armrest or anything like that. All the carpeting is in nice shape. Carpeting on the sill or scuff area is nice and fluffy as well. Dashboard is really nice, no cracks on the pad. You know, the interior smells nice. It doesn't smell stale or, you know, grimy. I don't know if I can use that word. Leather shows really nice, and again, nice and soft leather. You know, very, very minor wear on the edge here. You know, creases. I did notice it seems like this center section a little dry. I mean, again, still pliable and, you know, somewhat plush, but I had a Brougham like this. You could feel kind of like the grain of the leather a little harder. This is nice and soft. Opens up. Shows you that center console where you can keep your cassettes. Let's get the, oh, one thing I may have overlooked. A few little pits in this mirror here. Again, nothing too crazy. It's nice and tight, but a few little pits. Now, let's pop the hood and we'll start her up and open the trunk. All right, gonna start this car up. And before I do, I'd like to show you what I have here. Hubcap key, obviously not the original one to the car. Well, it is the correct one for the car because I put those hubcaps on. So obviously I'm including a hubcap key. I have a set of GM original keys. I thought I had a second set of keys for this car. I'll have to look for them. This here is the original Brougham owner's manual, and this here is pretty cool. I've never seen something like this before. This is the original invoice for this car. You can see the VIN number there, color code 40, which is white with silver trim, number 13, 91 Brougham Sedan. Dealer who apparently bought it new was National Auto Exchange in Bordertown, New Jersey. Shows you some of the options here. Gas guzzler tax, 5.7 liter engine, transmission, trailer tow pack for $444. Leather seating surfaces, Brougham package B. And then New York warranty enhancements, Cotillion white, white roof, dark blue leather. Kind of neat little trinket that was included with the car. We'll start it up here. Starts right up. One of the things I did have to do to this is have this instrument cluster refurbished. Common thing with these cars. And if anybody has one that the odometer, my camera's not focusing, the odometer starts flickering or it's intermittent flickering. It's really common for some electronics in there to start acting haywire. I sent this one out to a refurbish shop. They do like an exchange, like you send them yours, they refurbish it and send it back to you. Same miles, you don't lose your miles, doesn't change the miles, but now it's not flickering like it was before. Level ride. I do have the trunk open, and you can see the fasten seatbelt sign here. Turn the parking lights on. See all the options light up here. One thing you'll notice is that's the English metric button. That's a trip reset button is missing. It's common for these little stickers to fall off. So that one is missing. Turn the radio on here. Radio station, power antenna, and the antenna goes right back down again. Air, I did can hear the compressor come on, cold air comes out. I believe the air is in fine working shape, but it's also 3 degrees outside, so but I can hear the compressor cycling. I think we're good there. Let's pop the hood. I already popped the trunk. Let's take a look inside here. Open up the trunk. Another thing that this car didn't come with when I got it, it didn't have the regular spare here. It didn't have the spare cover, and it didn't have the trunk mat. So I had that in stock. Put a spare cover in, correct spare anchor down correctly, and then the trunk mat as well. You can see all 4 floor mats. Driver's side shows a little bit of dirt and wear. Passenger side is in pretty nice shape. All the trunk carpeting is in nice shape as well. One thing you'll see here is this little black gooey gunk. It covers this cylinder tab thing, and just over time it usually falls off of that and then sticks to this. So that has happened here. Close the trunk down, trunk pull down, perfect. Come around here, open up the hood for that 5.7 liter V8. Very clean under here. Under the hood light works. You can see how nice and presentable this engine bay is. Really clean, really no rust or anything to speak of. Come around here. Washer fluid bottle is nice and clear. Everything is where it should be. Running like a top. .7 liter V8. So just to give you a recap on this car, 1991 Cadillac Brougham, 5.7 liter, 77,000 miles on this car, Cotillion white with blue leather. It's got good recent tires from 2017. I did new front shocks, new front pads and rotors, new heater core. Heater core was leaking. I didn't know that when I bought it. Had the top re-dyed, all new emblems, some new trimmings inside, outside, rear bumper I replaced the molding on that. You know, a lot of little things, rebuilt the power antenna to make this car pretty much a turnkey car. And that's really what I'm offering here, is a really nice driver quality turnkey Cadillac. All right, here it is. End of the video. Everybody wants to know, what's the price of the car? Price of the car is $13,995. Like I said, 5.7 liter car, really clean, nice example. This car is a really nice, affordable way to enjoy this body style. The price of these cars are just going absolutely through the roof. One just sold on Bring a Trailer just yesterday. It was a 92 with 31,000 miles, base Brougham 5.7, very nice example, still had the original Royal Seals. Car did $43,000, and it wasn't even a D elegance. So if that tells you where the market is going on these cars, folks, you know, it's crazy. Anyways, $13,995. Give me a call, 978-930-1004. I can help you get the car delivered right to your front door. And stay tuned, folks, because I have some really cool stuff coming up. Papa Bear and I are heading out to Ohio this weekend to pick one of these up. Oh, talk about making your heart go pitter-patter. When you see this car is absolutely a stunner. And I still have that low mileage car coming in, still working that deal. God willing, you'll see that by the end of the month as well. Thanks, everybody, for tuning in and watching. Let me know in the comments what you think about this 1991 Brougham. Give me a like, give me a subscribe, give me anything you want to do. I don't know, whatever. I have some haters out there. Give me some hate mail. I'll take it. 978-930-1004. We'll talk to you on the next one.